music, 50s on 5XM.
January to December, we'll have moments to remember.
We call them the Pop 50s years. The big bands had faded. Rock and roll was lurking around the corner, and popular music lovers of all ages were singing and dancing to these original hits of the early and mid-1950s. I'm Bob Moke with some moments to remember from the 50s on 5.
We will have these moments to remember.
That's why the pipes are humming. My bonny lassie's coming, coming to me. Drums in my heart a drumming, I hear the bagpipes humming. My bonny lassie's coming over the sea. My heart with her she's bringing, I hear the bluebells ringing. Soon we'll be highland flinging, my love and me. I'll meet her at the shore, playing the pipes for her, dressed in a kilt and a tam o' shanty too. Drums in my heart a drumming, I hear the bagpipes humming. My bonny lassie's coming, coming to me. She's leaving, many a sigh they're heaving, even the heather's grieving, crying with dew. She's left her native highland to come and live in my land. She'll love the folks who smile and say howdy do. I'll meet her at the shore, playing the pipes for her, dressed in a kilt and a tam o' shanty too. Drums in my heart a drumming, I hear the bagpipes humming. My bonny lassie's coming, coming to me, coming to me.
Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. Like a song of love that clings to me, how the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too. every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable too.
Though not one of Nat Cole's biggest record hits of the Pop 50s years, that late 1951 song Unforgettable has lived up to its name as one of his best remembered performances. And if you've ever wondered, it was not from this original version, but the vocal track from his 1961 re-recording of the song that was digitally incorporated into the popular 1991 duet of Unforgettable with daughter Natalie Cole. We opened with My Bonnie Lassie by the Ames Brothers from 1955. For the next couple of hours, it's the music of the early and mid-1950s, including songs from Vic Damone, Les Paul, April Stevens, The Hilltoppers, Johnny Ray, David Whitfield, A Trip to the Movies for an Oscar-winning film that opened this week in 1953, a vocal quartet in our Pop 50s Hall of Fame, a visit to the XM Record Museum to hear how one of those familiar 50s song hits sounded when it was originally recorded all the way back in the 1920s. And we wrap up our Moments to Remember with this week's lively High Five Countdown. Okay, here's Patty with her furry friend.
How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy is for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If he has a dog, he won't be lonesome, and the doggy will have a good home. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy is for sale. I read in the papers there are robbers with flashlights that shine in the dark. My love needs a doggy to protect him and scare them away with one bark. I don't want a bunny or a kitty. I don't want a parrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishies. He can't take a goldfish for a walk. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale.
Just to know somehow you are near. I have often walked on this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, trees in the heart of town. Can you hear a lark in any other part of town? Does enchantment pour out of every door? No, it's just on the street where you live. Oh, the towering feeling just to know somehow you are near. The overpowering feeling that any second you may suddenly appear. People stop and stare, they don't bother me, for there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather be. Let the time go by, I won't care if I can't be here on the street where you live.
1950.
With one of his early multi-tracked and multi-speed productions, the man who redefined the role of the guitar in popular music, Les Paul with Little Rock Getaway. And surprisingly, the only major record hit of any song from the 1956 Broadway smash My Fair Lady, Vic Damone with Percy Faith on the Street Where You Live. We jump now to the big screen and This Week at the Movies. It's August 5th, 1953, as the curtain rises on the world premiere of the brilliant screen adaptation of From Here to Eternity, starring Burt Lancaster, Deborah Kerr, and Montgomery Clift. Though toned down somewhat from the spicy James Jones novel, this winner of 8 Academy Awards, including Best Movie, still packed quite a punch and turned out to be a real winner at the box office. Included among its harvest of Oscars were Supporting Actress and Actor Awards for Donna Reed and Frank Sinatra. Following several rather challenging years professionally, Frank's career was revitalized in a big way during 1953, both by his acclaimed screen performance as the doomed Maggio and by his promising new recording contract with Capitol Records. Among his earlier sides for Capitol was a lyrical treatment of a theme from the film's musical score. Nelson Riddle conducts From Here to Eternity.
You vowed your love from here to eternity, a love so true it never would die. You gave your lips, gave them so willingly. How could I know your kiss meant goodbye? Now I'm alone with only a memory. My empty arms will never know why. Though you are gone, this love that you left with me will live from here to eternity. Empty arms will never know why. Though you are gone, this love that you left with me, this endless desire, from here to eternity.
Take my hand, I'm a stranger in paradise, all lost in a wonderland. A stranger in paradise. If I stand starry-eyed, that's a danger in paradise for mortals who stand beside an angel like you. I saw your face and I ascended chance that you care. Won't you answer the fervent prayer of a stranger in paradise? Don't send me in dark despair from all that I hunger for, but open your angel's arms to the stranger in paradise and tell him that he need be a stranger no more.
The love songs, the novelties, the movie themes, the sweeping instrumentals, all part of the pop music sound of the early and mid-1950s. We're hearing them again on XM.
Hill and gully rider, hill and gully, hill and gully rider, hill and gully, hill and gully rider, hill and gully, hill and gully rider, hill and gully. Day-o, day-o, day-daylight, and I want to go home. Day-o, day-o, day-daylight, and I want to go home. Well, I'm loading the banana boats all night long. Day-daylight, and I want to go home. Hey, all of the workmen sing this song. Day-daylight, and I want to go home. Day-o, day-o, day-daylight, and I want to go home. Day-o, day-o, day-daylight, and I want to go home. Well, I sleep by sun and I work by moon. Day-daylight, and I want to go home. I hope to tell you when I get some money, gonna quit so soon. Day-daylight, and I want to go home. Day-o, day-o, day-daylight, and I want to go home. Day-o, day-o, day-daylight, and I want to go home. And I'll go to sea. Day-daylight, and I want to go home. Oh, then the bananas see the last of me. Day-daylight, and I want to go home. Sing me there, day-o, day-daylight, and I want to go home. Day-o, day-o, day-daylight, and I want to go home. Hill and gully rider, hill and gully, hill and gully rider, hill and gully, hill and gully rider, hill and gully.
I'm in love again. Hear my heartstrings strumming. I'm in love again. And the tune I'm humming is the huddle up, cuddle up blues. I'm in love again, and I can't rise above it. I'm in love again, and I love, love, love it. I'm in love again, and I'm darn glad of it. Good news. And I'm darn glad of it. Good news.
Followers of 1960s music are certainly familiar with the #1 recording of Deep Purple that she performed with her brother Nino Tempo. But back in 1951, the seductive-sounding teenager was doing her thing with a Cole Porter tune that dated back to the 1920s. I'm in Love Again was a top 10 hit for April Stevens. Calypso-styled songs were the thing in late 1956 when the Terriers gave us the Banana Boat song. Future actor Alan Arkin was a member of that trio. And we heard Stranger in Paradise from the Four Aces. You found some moments to remember here at the 50s on 5. I'm Bob Moke with XM's weekly 2-hour tribute to the original version pop music favorites of the early and mid-1950s. If you have a comment you'd like to send along, our email address is 50s@xmradio.com. You can write the number 50 or spell out the word. Either way, we'll be happy to hear from you. Still to come, Eddie Fisher, Chris Connor, Perry Como, Nick Noble, Joe Stafford, Mario Lanza, and now the 1952 record that introduced us to one of the great vocal groups of the pop 50s years, the Hilltoppers, with lead singer Jimmy Sacca.
I'm trying to forget you, but try as I may, you're still my every thought, dear, every day. No use trying to forget you, 'cause I realize that I'm trying to forget you with tears in my eyes, and those teardrops only remind me that I love you more and more. So I'll put my foolish pride behind me and come knocking, knocking at your door, and I'll be trying to impress you, hoping to possess you. Now I know I haven't a chance, dear. There's no denying, but you can't blame a fellow for trying. And those those teardrops only remind me that I love you more and more. So I'll put my foolish pride behind me and come knocking at your door, and I'll be trying to impress you, hoping to possess you. Now I know I haven't a chance, dear. There's no denying, but you can't blame a fellow for trying.
You've gotta have heart. You've gotta have heart.
You've gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. You've gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and moan. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope. When your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door. There's nothing to it but to do it. You gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. First, you've gotta have heart.
You've gotta have heart. You've gotta have heart.
You've gotta have heart. All you really need is heart.
When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start.
You've gotta have hope. Mustn't sit around and mope. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope.
When your luck is batting zero, get your chin up off the floor. Mister, you can be a hero. You can open any door.
There's nothing to it but to do it. You've gotta have heart.
You've gotta have heart.
Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. First, you gotta have heart.
Moments to Remember from the 50s on 5.
Those happy hours I spent with you, that lovely afterglow. Most of all, I miss you so. Your sweet caresses, each rendezvous, your voice so soft and low. Most of all, I miss you so. You once filled my heart with no regrets, no fears. Now you find my heart filled to the top with tears. I'll always love you and want you to. How much you'll never know. Most of all, I miss you so.
Lovely Ray Ellis arrangement of I Miss You So, Chris Connor from 1956. And Eddie Fisher sang You Gotta Have Heart from the 1955 Broadway hit Damn Yankees. Time now for our weekly visit to the XM Record Museum, the place where we archive those really, really old 78 RPM shellac discs. Many of the popular recordings of the 1950s revived songs that had also made the rounds on previous occasions. We hear now how one of Johnny Ray's hits had sounded when it was first presented all the way back in the year 1924. This was a very successful instrumental for the band of Ted Weems.
Somebody stole my gal. Yes, somebody stole my pal. Some alley tomcat came and took her away from me. They didn't even tell me that they were leaving. The kisses we had shared, and the time she said how much she cared. Oh, now I know, yes, now how I know just how much I need her so. I'm pretty broken up, I'm plenty broken hearted now. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody stole my gal. Somebody stole my pal. Some sweet talking lover boy took her away, I think, to play. They didn't even bother to come over, tell me, buddy, we're leaving. The kisses we had shared, the time she said how much she cared. Well, now I know, yes, now I know just how much I need her so. I'm plenty broken up, pretty broken hearted now. Somebody stole my gal. Didn't want to lose her, didn't want to lose her. Didn't want to lose her, didn't want to lose her. The kisses we had shared, the many, many times she said she cared. Now I know, oh, just how much I need her so. I'm pretty broken up, I'm broken hearted now. Somebody stole my gal.
Say goodbye. forevermore, to have, to hold, to love, adore. Cara mia mine, say those words divine. I'll be your love till the end of time. All I want is you forevermore, to have, to hold, to love, adore. Cara mia mine, say those words divine. I'll be your love till the end of time.
The original popular hits from the early and mid 1950s.
50s on 5 XM Radio.
What you doing, Hutton?
Doodlin'. Can you doodle?
Can I doodle? I can't get it out of my noodle.
How come?
'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and a hug around the neck.
Ouch!
Hug around the neck, and a barrel and a heap, barrel and a heap, and I'm talking in my sleep about you.
About me?
Yes, about you.
My heart is leaping, having trouble sleeping.
'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your purty neck I do. Doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle.
Do you like me, Perry?
Oh, very. Do you like me, Hutton?
Like a glutton.
So where's your Como button?
I love you, a bushel and a peck.
How much?
A bushel and a peck. Though you make my heart a wreck, make my heart a wreck, and you make my life a mess, make my life a mess. Yes, a mess of happiness. About you.
About me?
Yes, about you.
You're gonna grieve me if and you ever leave me.
'Cause I love you, a bushel and a peck. You bet your birdie neck I do.
Doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle-doodle. It's getting kind of quiet around here.
Well, we can fix that, Perry boy. Let's go! I love you, a bushel and a peck, a bushel and a peck, and it beats me all to heck, beats me all to heck, how I'll ever tend the farm, ever tend the farm when I want to keep my arms about you. About you, the cows and chickens, let them go to the dickens, 'cause I love you, a bushel and a peck, you bet your pretty neck I do.
Doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo. It's getting kind of quiet again.
Doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo, doodle-doodle-doo.
An octave lower, please.
Doodle-doodle-doo,
What a magical 1956 collaboration that turned out to be. The haunting strings of Hugo Winterhalter with Eddie Haywood at the keyboard for their million-selling Canadian Sunset. Perry Como and Betty Hutton clowned around with the 1950 Guys and Dolls song A Bushel and a Peck. England's David Whitfield was bolstered by the cascading strings of Mantovani in his dramatic performance of Cara Mia from 1954. And Johnny Ray's update of Somebody Stole My Gal featured Buddy Cole on the keyboard. Up ahead, listen for Frankie Lane and Joe Stafford duetting on a Hank Williams song. Julius La Rosa, Teresa Brewer, Guy Mitchell, our Pop 50s Hall of Fame tribute, and this week's High Five Countdown. Now, Moments to Remember recalls the summer of 1955 and a song written by Mrs. Roy Rogers. That's Dale Evans, of course. And we hear the original hit version by Nick Noble.
The Bible tells me, the Bible tells me, yes it tells me,
have faith, hope, and charity. That's the way to live successfully. How do I know the Bible tells me so?
The Bible tells me so.
Oh, the Bible tells me do good to your enemy, and the blessed Lord you'll surely please. How do I know the Bible tells me so? Don't worry about tomorrow, just be real good today. The Lord is right beside you, He'll guide you all the way. Have faith, hope, and charity. That's the way to live successfully. How do I know the Bible tells me so?
Have faith, hope, and charity. That's the way to live successfully.
How do I know the Bible tells me so?
Have faith, hope, and and charity. That's the way to live successfully.
How do I know? The Bible tells me so.
The Bible tells me so.
Don't worry about tomorrow, just be real good today. The Lord is right beside you, He'll guide you all the way.
And faith, hope, and charity, that's the way to live successfully.
How do I know? The Bible tells me so.
The Bible tells me so. The Bible tells me so.
Hey, 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 good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. There's soda pop and the dancing's free. If you wanna have fun, come along with me. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
Well, I'm free and I'm ready, so we can go steady. How's about saving all your time for me? No more looking, I know that I've been tooken. How's about keeping steady company? Gonna throw my date book over the fence. Find me one for 5 or 10 cents. I'll keep it till it's covered with age, 'cause I'm writing your name down on every page. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me?
Hey, good looking, hey, 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 what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, hey, 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 don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill,
And no spot right over the hill.
there's soda pop and the dancing's free. It's a lot of fun on a jamboree. Hey, good looking, hey, 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 what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up? How's about cooking something up with me?
1952.
Because you're mine, the brightest star I see looks down my love and envies me. Because you're mine, because you're mine, because you're mine, the breeze that hurries by becomes a melody. And because you're mine, because you're mine, I only know for as long as I may live, I'll only live for the kiss that you alone may give me. And when we kiss, that isn't thunder, dear, it's only my poor heart you hear, and it's applause because you're mine.
last star I see looks down my love and envies me. Because you're mine, because you're mine, because you're mine. The breeze that hurries by becomes a melody. And why? Because you're mine, because you're mine.
I only know for as long as I may live, I'll only live for the kiss that you alone may give me. And when we kiss, that isn't thunder, dear, it's only my poor heart you hear, and it's applause because you're
mine. 50s on 5 is featuring songs from the Pop 50s years. Moments to Remember with XM's Bob Moke. Heard every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Weekend encore broadcasts at 9 a.m. Saturday and 7 p.m. Sunday.
We will have these moments to remember.
Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un friscaletto? E come si suona un friscaletto? Un friscaletto e tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un saxofona? E come si suona un saxofona? Tu un saxofona. Un friscalette tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un mandolino? E come si suona un mandolino? A pling un mandolino. Tu un saxofona. Un friscalette tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona un violino? E come si suona un violino? A zinga un violino, a pling un mandolino. Tu un saxofona, un friscalette tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona la trombetta? Ma come si suona la trombetta? Pa la trombetta, zinga violina, pling un mandolin, tu un saxofona, un friscalette tipiti tipiti ta. Ehi compare, ci vuoi suonare? Chi si suona la trombona? Ma come si suona la trombona? A fumma la trombona, pa la trombetta, zinga violina, pling un mandolin, tu un saxofona, un friscalette tipiti tipiti ta. Tippity tippity, tippity tippity top.
My heart cries for you, sighs for you, dies for you, and my arms long for you. Please come back to me.
If you're in Arizona, I'll follow you. If you're in Minnesota, I'll be there too. You'll have a million chances to start anew, because my love is endless for you. My heart cries for you, sighs for you, dies for you. My arms long for you. Please come back to me. An unimportant quarrel was what we had. We have to learn to live with the good and bad. Together we were happy, apart we're sad. This loneliness is driving me mad. My heart cries for you, sighs for you, dies for you. My arms long for you. Please come back to me. Please come back to me. Please come back, come back, come back to me.
As the story goes, during the early 50s, Frank Sinatra's agreement with Columbia Records allowed him the right of refusal on the songs that pop A&R director Mitch Miller assigned him to record, though he did agree to do that infamous novelty duet with Dagmar called Mama Will Bark. Frank reportedly told Mitch exactly what he thought of the song My Heart Cries for You. So, instead, newcomer Guy Mitchell was given the song, which shot him to instant fame in early 1951. Mitch Miller himself conducted the orchestra and chorus, as he would on Guy's other early 50s hits. We heard Julius La Rosa's 1953 novelty, E Compare, and the title song from Mario Lanza's 1952 film, Because You're Mine. It's time for this week's Pop 50s Hall of Fame salute, where we recognize the artists whose recordings showed up time and again on the radio, on the jukeboxes, and on our home phonographs during the early and mid-1950s. Let's pay tribute to the Toronto-based quartet that crossed the border, performed as backup singers on a handful of best-selling Johnny Ray sides, and then established itself as one of the favorite pop groups of the decade. Bernie, Connie, Frank, and Jimmy, the Four Lads. We love them for inspiring the name of our little weekly XM program here. And we remember now a few of the other songs made famous by the Four Lads.
Take me back to Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Now it's Istanbul, not Constantinople. Why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business but the Turks. Who needs you to drive me out of my mind? Who needs you? I'd like to know. I met my little bright-eyed doll down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Baby, if you ever go, could I take it? Maybe so. But would I like it? No, not much. Stokian, oh, far away in Africa, happy Africa. They sing a bingo, bango, bingo. They have a ball and really go. Brother, you don't know a nicer occupation. Matter of fact, neither do I. Then standing on the corner, watching all the girls watching all the girls, watching all the girls go by.
The year was 1954.
There's a tiny house,
there's a tiny house
by a tiny stream,
by a tiny stream,
where a lovely lass,
where a lovely lass
had a lovely dream,
had a lovely dream,
and the dream came true,
and the dream came true
quite unexpectedly. In Gilly Gilly, Ossifreffer, Katzenell, and Bogan by the sea. She was out one day,
she was out one day,
where the tulips grow,
where the tulips grow,
when a handsome lad,
when a handsome lad
stopped to say hello,
stopped to say hello,
and before she knew,
and before she knew,
he kissed her tenderly. In Gilly Gilly, Ossifreffer, Katzenell, and Bogan by the sea.
All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard us sing the whole thing right through. We want you to sing each and every word that Frankie sings. You ready? Here we go.
There's a tiny house,
there's a tiny house
by a tiny stream,
by a tiny stream,
where a lovely lass,
where a lovely lass
had a lovely dream,
had a lovely dream,
and the dream came true,
and the dream came true
quite unexpectedly. In Gilly Gilly, Ossifreffer, Katzenell, and Bogan by the sea. She was out one day,
she was out one day,
where the tulips grow,
where the tulips grow,
when a handsome lad,
when a handsome lad
stopped to say hello,
stopped to say hello,
and before she knew,
and before she knew,
he kissed her tenderly. In Gilly Gilly, Ossifreffer, Katzenell, and Bogan by the sea. The happy pair were married one Sunday afternoon. They left the church and ran away to spend their honeymoon in a tiny house,
in a tiny house
by a tiny stream,
by a tiny stream,
where the lovely lass,
where the lovely lass
had a lovely dream,
had a lovely dream,
and the last I heard,
and the last I heard,
they still live happily in Gilly Gilly, Ossifreffer, Katzenell, and Bogan by the sea. Gilly Gilly, Ossifreffer, Katzenell, and Bogan by the sea.
January to December, we'll have moments to
The New Year's Eve we did the town, the day we tore the goalpost down. We will have these moments to remember. The quiet walks, the noisy fun, the ballroom prize we almost won. We will have these moments to remember. Though summer turns to winter and the present disappears, the laughter we were glad to share will echo through the years. When other nights and other days may find us gone our separate ways,
where we'd go, and somehow never watch the show.
We will have these moments to remember. Though summer turns to winter and the present disappears, the laughter we were glad to share will echo through the years. When other nights and other days may find us gone our separate ways, we will have these moments to
SiriusXM. They warned me when you kissed me, your love would ricochet. Your lips would find another, and your heart would go astray. I thought that I could hold you with all my many charms, but then one day you ricocheted to someone else's arms. And baby, I don't want a ricochet romance, I don't want a ricochet love. If you're careless with your kisses, find another turtle dove. I can't live on ricochet romance, no, no, not me. If you're gonna ricochet, baby, I'm gonna set you free. I knew the day I met you, you had a roving eye. I thought that I could hold you, what a fool I was to try, and promised you'd be faithful and you would never stray. Then like a rifle bullet, you began to ricochet. And baby, I don't want a ricochet romance, I don't want a ricochet love. If you're careless with your kisses, find another turtle dove. I can't live on ricochet romance, no, no, not me. If you're gonna ricochet, baby, I'm gonna set you free. When you announced our wedding, you made me mighty proud. I whispered to us company, but you preferred a crowd. You buzzed around the other girls just like a busy bee. And when you finished buzzing, cousin, you buzzed right back to me. And baby, I don't want a ricochet romance, I don't want a ricochet love. If you're careless with your kisses, find another turtle dove. I can't live on ricochet romance, no, no, not me. If you're gonna ricochet, baby, I'm gonna set you free. If you're gonna ricochet, baby, I'm gonna set you free.
1953, the year for Teresa Brewer's Ricochet Romance. Coming up during this hour on XM, Sarah Vaughan, Pat Boone, Doris Day, and that #1 instrumental, The Poor People of Paris, by Les Baxter, right after we hear the smooth baritone stylings of Bob Manning. Monty Kelly conducts on Bob's best-remembered recording from the spring of 1953.
It's not the pale moon that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. It isn't your sweet conversation that brings this sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When you're in my arms and I feel you so close to me, all my wildest dreams come true. I need no soft lights to enchant me if you'll only grant me the right to hold you ever so tight and to feel in the night the nearness of you. I need no soft lights to enchant me if you'll only grant me the right to hold you ever so tight and to feel in the night the nearness of you.
We heard them on the radio, played them on the jukebox, and spun them around on our own portable record players. The great songs of the Pop 50s years. Back again on XM.
tonight is like a lovely tune. Beware, my foolish heart, how white the ever-constant moon. Take care, my foolish heart. There's a line between love and fascination that's hard to see on an evening such as this. For they both give the very same sensation when you're lost in the magic of a kiss. Her lips are much too close to mine. Beware, my foolish heart. But should our eager lips combine, then let the fire start. For this time it isn't fascination or a dream that will fade and fall apart. It's love. This time it's love, my foolish heart. For this time it isn't fascination or a dream that will fade and fall apart. It's love. This time it's love, my foolish heart.
Mr. B, riding high in 1950 with his version of the title song from the film My Foolish Heart. Studio orchestra conducted by Russ Case, a familiar name from his many recordings backing up Perry Como during the 1940s. In a few minutes, we'll play back the 5 most popular records for this early August week in one of the Pop 50s years. Between now and then, a beautiful Nat King Cole memory from 1952. Ralph Flanagan's Big Band with Hot Toddy. Sarah Vaughan with another song hit from Damn Yankees. And now it's our irregular feature here on Moments to Remember called Then and Then, where we introduce you to an original early 50s recording of a song that's generally known only for a later, more popular version. Then was 1957 when Jimmy Rogers uh-oh'd his way to the top of the hit parade.
Oh, honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Well, a honeycomb be my own. Got a hank of hair and a piece of bone that made a walking, talking honeycomb. Well, honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Well, a honeycomb be my own. What a darn good life when you got a wife like honeycomb.
Honeycomb. That's right. Honeycomb was not a new song in 1957. A few years earlier, prolific pop tunesmith Bob Merrill had written it for singer Georgie Shaw, who actually did sell enough copies to qualify it as a national top 10 record in early 1954. But, of course, if, like most people, you bought the disc for the other side, the popular ballad Till We Two Are One, and never bothered to flip it over, then you've probably never heard this original version of Honeycomb by Georgie Shaw. Norman Layden conducts the Decca Records Orchestra and Chorus.
Honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Honeycomb, be my own. Just a hank of hair and a piece of bone, I made a walking, talking honeycomb. Honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Honeycomb, be my own. What a darn good life when I have a wife like Honeycomb. It's a darn good life, and it's kind of funny how the Lord made a bee, and the bee made honey, and the honey bee looking for a home. Oh, made a honeycomb, and to comb the world, and to gather all of the honeycomb into one sweet ball, and the honeycomb from a million trips made my baby's lips. Honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Honeycomb, be my own. Just a hank of hair and a piece of bone, I made a walking, talking honeycomb. Honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Honeycomb, be my own. What a darn good life when I have a wife like Honeycomb. Then the Lord said, now that I made a bee, gonna try my hand at a green, green tree. So he made a little tree, and I guess you heard. Oh, then he made a bird. Now they waited round till the end of spring, saving every note that the bird would sing, and they rolled it up into one sweet tone. For my honeycomb, honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Honeycomb, be my own. Just a hang of hair and a piece of bone, I made a walking, talking a honeycomb. Honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Honeycomb, be my own. What a darn good life when I have a wife like Honeycomb. Honeycomb, honeycomb. Then the Lord said, now that I've made a bird, gonna look around for a little word that sounds as sweet as a turtle dove. But I think I'll call it love. Then they went around looking everywhere, taking love from here and a love from there, and they started up in the little cart for my honey's heart. A honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Honeycomb, be my own. Just a hank of hair and a piece of bone, I made a walking, talking honeycomb. Honeycomb, won't you be my baby? Honeycomb, be my own. What a darn good life when I have a wife. What a darn good life when I have a wife. Have a wife like Honeycomb.
Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. And little man, little Lola wants you. Make up your mind to have, no regrets, recline yourself, resign yourself, you're through. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Take off your coat, don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible, you fool. Give in, you'll never win. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Take off your coat, don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible, you fool. Give in, you'll never win. Give in, you'll never win. Give in.
1952. I used to walk with you along the avenue. Our hearts were carefree and gay. How could I know I'd lose you somewhere along the way. The friends we used to know would always smile hello. No love like our love, they'd say. Then love slipped through our fingers somewhere along the way. I should forget, but with the loneliness of night, I start remembering everything. You're gone and yet there's still a feeling deep inside that you will always be part of me. So now I look for you along the avenue, and as I wander I pray that someday soon I'll find you somewhere along the way. I should forget, but with the loneliness of night, I start remembering everything. You're gone and yet there's still a feeling deep inside that you will always be part of me. So now I look for you along the avenue, and as I wander I pray that someday soon I'll find you somewhere along the way, somewhere along the way.
Hits on 5 Radio XM.
The original popular hits from the early and mid-1950s.
Do you remember? Do you remember?
It's time to revisit this calendar week from one of the Pop 50s years and play back the records that topped the charts. It's our Moments to Remember High Five Countdown.
This week in the news, a particularly nasty Hurricane Connie is pounding the east, while out west, Walt Disney's new Anaheim theme park, Disneyland, is drawing crowds of happy customers. Moviegoers have a lot of great films to choose from. Henry Fonda as Mr. Roberts, Jack Webb in Pete Kelly's Blues, Cary Grant and Grace Kelly in Hitchcock's To Catch a Thief, and Francis the Talking Mule in the Navy. But a lot of people were staying home on Tuesday evenings because they didn't want to miss watching that new quiz show that would soon displace I Love Lucy at the top of the ratings. The $64,000 question with host Hal March was the most talked about thing on TV during this week of August in the year 1955. Here's the song that our survey finds in 5th place, as they might have typically announced it that year on Your Hit Parade, the 20-year-old broadcast institution that counted down the week's most popular songs. Remember the 4 Hit Parade regulars around that time? There was Snooky Lanson, Dorothy Collins, Russell Arms, and the lady who sings our number 5 song for this August week in 1955, Giselle McKenzie.
When they were hard to get, you wanted my kisses. When first we met, how you wanted my kisses. They were hard to get, till I was sure your love was true. Then I gave you all my heart and all my kisses too. I wish that I'd been smart and never adored you. You broke my heart. Easy kisses just bored you. But the day will come when you will find to your regret a love as true as mine is hard to get. That I'd been smart and never adored you. You broke my heart. Easy kisses just bored you. But the day will come when you will find to your regret a love as true as mine is hard to get.
Hard to Get is record number 5 on this week's High Five Countdown. Richard Maltby conducting for Giselle McKenzie, and the most successful recording of her career. Moving rapidly up the charts to number 4 this week and destined to reach the top position before long, it's Mitch Miller and his sing-along chorus with the Civil War tune, The Yellow Rose of Texas.
Moments to remember from the 50s on 5.
The tables are empty, the dance floor's deserted. You play the same love song, it's the 10th time you've heard it. That's the beginning, just one of the clues. You've had your first lesson in learning the blues. The cigarettes you light, one after another, won't help you forget her and the way that you love her. You're only burning a torch you can't lose, but you're on the right track for learning the blues. When you're at home alone, the blues will taunt you constantly. When you're out in a crowd, the blues will haunt your memory. The nights when you don't sleep, the whole night you're crying, but you can't forget her. Soon you even stop trying. Walk that floor and wear out your shoes when you feel your heart break, you're learning the blues. When you're at home alone, the blues will taunt you constantly. When you're out in a crowd, those blues will haunt your memory. The nights when you don't sleep, that whole night you're crying, but you can't forget her. Soon you even stop trying. You'll walk the floor and you wear out your shoes. When you feel your heart break, you're learning those blues.
Number 3 this week, Frank Sinatra's most popular record of the year, Learnin' the Blues. Heading toward the top spot on our Moments to Remember High Five countdown for this early August week in 1955, we've reached the runner-up position and the first blockbuster smash for a young man who would rank second behind Elvis among the major hitmakers of the late 50s. With the Fats Domino song Ain't That a Shame, here's Pat Boone with song number 2.
You made me cry when you said goodbye. Ain't that a shame? My tears fell like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame. You broke my heart when you said we'll part. Ain't that a shame? My tears fell like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame. Farewell, goodbye, although I'll cry. Ain't that a shame? My tears fell like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame. You made me cry when you said goodbye. Ain't that a shame? My tears fell like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame. Farewell, goodbye, although I'll cry. Ain't that a shame? My tears fell like rain. Ain't that a shame? You're the one to blame.
Ain't That a Shame? Billy Vaughan's arrangement with Pat Boone singing our second-ranked hit. Before we play that iconic number 1 record, does that give it away? Here's an extra from the number 1 album in America during this week in 1955. If anyone had doubted that sunny-faced Doris Day could also pull off a serious dramatic role, they had to be convinced by her winning performance as torch singer Ruth Etting in the film Love Me or Leave Me. From that best-selling Doris Day LP of songs from the film, here's the title tune as it was performed during the emotional final scene Percy Faith conducts.
Love me or leave me, let me be lonely. You won't believe me you only. I'd rather be lonely than happy with somebody else. You might find the nighttime the right time for kissing, but nighttime is my time for just reminiscing, regretting instead of forgetting with somebody else. There'll be no one unless that someone is you. I intend to be independently blue. I want your love, but I don't want to borrow. To have it today and to give back tomorrow. For my love is your love. There's no love for nobody
One of so many great musical moments from among the Doris Day Film Library. Title song from Love Me or Leave Me, the top-selling album this week in August of 1955. Which brings us around to our undisputed #1 single record of the week. It took a year for this 1954 release to really get noticed, but once young America sat down to watch the opening credits for the new Glenn Ford movie about troubled teenagers in the classroom, The Blackboard Jungle, they heard the song all right, and things would never be quite the same.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on, join me home. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the chimes ring 5, 6, and 7, we'll be right in 7th heaven. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Oh, when it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 2, I'll be going strong, and so will you. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 12, we'll cool off, then start rocking around the clock again. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Bill Haley and his Comets with their sensational international hit Rock Around the Clock, record #1 for this week in the year 1955. Next week, we'll travel all the way back to 1950 for our High Five Countdown, which will include the 2 most popular singles of the entire year. Hope you'll join us then for 2 more hours of great memories from the Pop 50s years. Thanks for listening.
Moments to Remember is produced by Bob Moke in the Washington, D.C. studios of XM Satellite Radio. If you'd like to email us your comments, address them to 50s@xmradio.com. And come around again next time for another 2 hours of classic pop from the early and mid-1950s, Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Weekend encore broadcasts at 9 a.m. Saturday and 7 p.m. Sunday. Moments to Remember from the 50s on 5.